QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking, Panther Nation? What is good? It's your boy Rashad. It's Dave in the building. What is cracking? Man, only 89 people. I get it.
It's the
It's the
fourth,
4th of
man.
July. I get it. It's the 4th of July. No big deal. It's cool. We expect those folks to come in or at least watch the show later. But what's good, Dave? How you been, man? All is well?
Yeah, man. This is the final week of the house. So, we're done. We're almost done packing, closing it out. House closes next week. This is gonna be final episode at the crib, man. I might be able to do one next week, but we'll see. But it's most likely gonna be the final one at the crib.
End of an era, huh? End of an era.
Mm-hmm. Now, Brandon, you've been doing these episodes all over the place.
I have.
Manassas, Virginia. You've been all over the place. But most of these episodes,
it's good. It's good to be at home in a stable place because I used to be on the road trying to set up. It used to be a mess. So, yeah.
Yeah, like I'll say probably 90% of the PNP episodes on my end of the spectrum has been in this house. So
I haven't moved in a minute. I haven't moved.
No, you
in
haven't.
A minute,
you have not. You have not.
So with that said, and somebody said, you know what, A Cash says, yo, Shy looking happy today. We about to get some good news, I guess. Well, that's a great kind of segue into how I'm feeling and how I'm gonna be feeling from here on out. We and shout out, man. I got to give a huge shout out to my man Carlo, and it's a lot of good things happening with PNP right now. A lot of positivity happening right now, and so with that, man, we gonna introduce a new segment to PNP called On the Prowl. And PROW is an acronym, PROWL. It's going to be an acronym. It's going to be standing for pursue your dreams, radiate positivity, overcome obstacles, work hard, and love what you do. So that's something we're going to implement that's going to be new with PNP, man, because it's a lot of negativity out in these streets. It's a lot of negative. Yo, I posted my Bryce Young video the other day. I got people, coming in there hating, and I'm like, yo, it takes so much energy to hate, bro. It takes so much energy to hate.
It's more than that. It's like you're not satisfied with anything.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
Nothing.
Come on, man. We got to get some positivity around here, man. Positivity. So On the Prowl from here on out, man. It's all about positivity, and we want you all to share some of your positive things going on here. And we come in here, we start about talking about our weekend, and that's all about positivity, bro. It's all about positivity, man. It ain't even about Panthers. It ain't got nothing to do with Panthers. It's just about in life. Just a life lesson. It's like our version of keep pounding, man. It's like, yo, be positive. So with that said, in the spirit of being positive, I'm going to share some stuff that's going on with me personally, right? This weekend, shout out to our fraternity, Dave and our fraternity, our chapter. We inducted 3 new members. And Dave, I happened to run into a listener at that joint, at the reception. There was a listener at the reception. I did not get his name. So my apologies. So if you're watching this, man, shout out to you. He approached me, said, yo, you sound like, yo, this is Rashad. Yeah, I said, yo, it's me. I'm chilling. We chilling outside. We everywhere. And so shout out to him, man. Shout out to my man, Brandon, that's his boy. So yeah, man, shout out to the new boys that we introduced, inducted into the fraternity, man. So shout out to them. Dave, On the Prowl, man. What you got? I know you got some good stuff going on, Dave.
Yeah, man. Like I said, the house is closing next week, which is going to be great. The other thing that happened this week, I hopped on HBCU Hour to talk about A&T, which was if I have any opportunity to talk about A&T athletics, it's like a joy to me. So I got to do that. Other than that, the weekend was pretty low key. Can't complain from that standpoint. So overall, pretty good. It's been an interesting couple of days to say the least. But overall, like if you got, and I did a joint live stream on my personal Twitter handle as well. So just check it out. It was a really good show. Talked about A&T, and then we had the pirate ship from Hampton University. So we pretty much talked about the new conference, talked about the competition, talked about everything going on in that, talked about the football season and what we anticipate as well. So it was a fun episode. So go ahead and check that out.
Yeah, man. So find some positivity in your life, man. Be on the prowl, pursue your dreams, radiate positivity, overcome an obstacle, work hard, and love what you do, man. All right. So On the Prowl, just keep an eye on that. We're gonna open up the show with that. Might find some merch for that later on. So just keep an eye out, man. Be on the prowl. Be positive. All right. So with that said, Dave, let's hop into some some
Oh
content.
yeah.
Go ahead.
One more thing. So yeah, HBCU Nightly's been on break for the last month. We start back tomorrow night on Twitter Spaces. So just if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see it. We go live, I think 9 p.m. So it's gonna be fun stuff, man. Shout out to Roar the Lions UK too, man.
Shout out to the homies over there, man. Shout out to the homies over there. But yeah, man, on the proud, man. Be positive for once. Cause y'all, man, it's a lot of negativity out in these streets.
Bro,
All right.
like
So with
I
that
don't
said,
understand. I don't
yeah,
understand.
me
You would have
neither.
thought after the PNP trivia question about the 6 quarterbacks that never want to start, it would have gave y'all some level of perspective. just a little bit. We got a great quarterback on our hands right now. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let Bryce cook.
Bother me. My bad.
No, you good.
I
You
had
gotta
to
let
share
Bryce
the
cook,
window.
man.
Gotta share the window.
Do what you gotta do, man.
All right, there we go. All right, let's get into it, man. Yes, all I hear is fireworks in the background, so I don't. Y'all probably won't be able to hear it, but
I don't hear
occasionally
it.
I hear the fireworks. It's lit, and it's not even dark outside. It's like still daytime. It's like not even dark, and the fireworks are going nuts.
Yeah, before we went live, I was telling Rashad that the weather was terrible. Like we had thunderstorms pretty much for the bulk of the day. So I didn't really get to cookout today. I didn't get to go to no cookouts. I had Chick-fil-A today, bro. I had Chick-fil-A on the 4th of July. I guess it doesn't get more American than that, huh?
Yeah,
Especially
no, I
South.
guess not. Yeah, I threw something on the grill, Dave. I had some ribs. Threw some ribs, hot dogs, hamburgers, corn on the cob, baked beans, some veggie skewers. It was pretty nice over here, man. It was cool. Definitely got out there on the grill for sure.
That's what's up.
I saw some in the chat. Off topic, PNP says, how many hot dogs can y'all eat? And would you compete in the hot dog contest? Absolutely not. I'm not participating in the glizzy eating contest. Yo, pause. No chance.
Real talk. When Dave was 350, I probably could throw down 15.
Hey, yo, Dave, chill out. Pause.
But,
super pause.
Pause.
Come on, man.
Pause. But, Dave is no longer 350, so Dave ain't doing that no more. They ain't doing that no more.
Hey, I can only eat. Well, if it's the only thing I'm eating, I could probably get 3. Pause. But that's about it.
Yeah, like I could probably do 1 now, maybe 2 at this point. But nah, back in my heyday, oh yeah, I was reckless. But that's how you become 350 pounds. That's how it works.
Facts. 6 is the max. Hey, yo, come on, Ghost. Chill out. Pause, man. Super pause on the 6.
Major pause.
You could take 6 glizzies. Hey, yo, chill out. All right, so let's. I'm having fun. All right, so with that said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed y'all food. Happy 4th. You know, it's lit. Enjoy the day off. Folks going back to work tomorrow. I'm still working from home, so it's cool.
That's unfortunate, man. The whole going back to work tomorrow, but luckily it's a vacation week. Like I went to work Monday. I went to work yesterday. I went to work primarily knowing that nobody was there. But do you think I had an easy day yesterday? No, I did not have an easy day yesterday. I did not.
Y'all killing.
And y'all are wild in the chat. I just want y'all to know that.
Yo, y'all are killing me.
y'all are wild in the chat. I just want y'all to know.
Carson said he could take a few at once. Hey, yo, come on, B. Come on, man.
you.
Come on, super pause, man.
Listen, you guys are wild. See, this is what happens when they have alcohol in your system with the dogs. See, this is why you can't be having the dogs with alcohol.
That's funny. All right, let's move on because the jokes is funny, man. We just having fun. Let's move on. Happy 4th, like we said. Hope y'all got some good food. Dropped in at the cookout. Got you a couple glizzies. Got a hamburger, some ribs, something like that. What was y'all eating, man? What was y'all eating in the at the cookout today? All right. So happy 4th. Really quick. We are now on Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. So if you haven't heard of Rumble, Rumble is an alternative platform to YouTube. As we see, you know, even with Twitter, right? Elon out here putting read counters out here. You never know. Go ahead, Dave.
Real talk. Speaking of which, I'm on Spill now, and I'm gonna put PNP. Well, I'm gonna pass you a code so you can get on Spill for PNP. because I don't think I can do 2. Maybe I can. I don't know. I got to figure that out. But
I
yeah,
think
we're on.
I created one. I think I created one. I'm waiting on them
All right.
to get back to me.
Oh no, I can send you an invite, bro. So just let me
Okay,
know.
send me the invite then. Yeah,
Yeah,
send me the invite.
I'll shoot you an invite. I'll shoot you an invite in a minute. So I'm on Spill, but no digits. It's Champ D, no digits. And when I get invites, I'll pass. I've been passing them along as I get them. Like it looks like they refresh very often. So when I get invites, I've been sending them to folks. But y'all be on y'all best behavior out here, man, because they ain't playing around these Spill streets. So y'all can join the Spillaverse. But shout out to Rumble. Shout out to Rumble.
So just in the spirit of being platform independent, we love YouTube. Have no problems with YouTube, but you never know what can happen. We're trying to spread the wealth here. So we did join Rumble. We're live streaming right now on Rumble as well. So if you're on Rumble, check us out over there. It's the same experience. We might do some different things over Rumble. I don't know. It depends. We'll see. But right now, for now, all of the content that we put on YouTube will also go on Rumble. So it's just we're trying to spread the wealth here and not rely on one particular platform. It's a business move. You know what I mean? You never know what could happen. Google could drop YouTube at the drop of the dime, and our whole joint is over with. So we're trying to make sure, maybe Kick too. Got to get on Kick. I've been looking into it. I've been looking into it. My bad. I've been looking into it. So Kick, Rumble, everything. We're gonna get on everything.
We're on Twitch too already now too. So
well, I had to take one down, so I did not put us on Twitch. We're gonna have to get the upgraded StreamYard so we can.
I told you, bro. We talked about that a few weeks ago. We got to make that happen.
Yeah, we did. So yeah, we trying to go everywhere. We want you to see PNP wherever possible. And with that said, we also on all your major streaming or your podcast platforms. So right now we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that, Google Play, all that stuff, everything. So you cannot go anywhere without finding PNP. So that is the name on Rumble should be Panther Nation PC. It should be Panther Nation PC. So yeah. All right. Check us out on Rumble. Go and follow us over there too. Like I said, you never know what happens with YouTube. They could be tripping. The algorithm could start playing around. You never know. So
Elon could buy us out. Elon could buy them out, bro. And then you be out here with the limits of how many seconds you could watch a video.
Facts. Elon tripping with Twitter right now. So it didn't really impact me, but I did see some folks it did impact. So I'm not on Twitter as much as people are, other people are. So I'm cool.
Like it didn't. I'm Twitter blue, so it didn't. I was like, I don't know what the hell y'all doing, but But the thing is, and I'll go ahead and make the statement about it because I could be honest and keep it a buck. The purpose of Twitter blue is to get more involvement, more engagement. But if you're penalizing the folks you want the engagement from, it doesn't help having Twitter blue.
Yeah, Dave trying to shut that.
Yo, like I'm just trying. No,
hey,
I mean,
hey, Dave putting out the back signal for Elon. Elon gonna buy YouTube and shut us down, yo.
Dog, Elon. The reason why Elon's doing what he's doing because he overpaid for Twitter, but we ain't gonna get into that tonight.
Yeah, we don't want to do that tonight. A morning talk show. That is interesting.
A morning talk show. Dog, I ain't out here trying to start no show at 6 a.m. in the morning. I know they out here canceling talk shows on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't out here trying to be out here talking early in the morning, man. Like, yeah, I'm good on that. You saw the folks that got fired on ESPN, bro?
Yeah, it's a lot of people. That's why, you don't want to be tied down, man. And listen, we don't want to be tied to anybody. We gonna be wherever you can find content, you're gonna find PNP. All right. So Elon got Trill in Twitter jail, man. You gotta get out of Twitter jail. Found it. RJ, you found it. So how'd you find it, RJ? How'd you find it so that everybody else can find it? Follow us over there too. Follow us on Rumble. Okay. If you're on Rumble, follow us on Rumble, man. I might do some exclusive stuff over there. You never know. You never know. There we go. Man, listen, man. Somebody give Grandizer a raise, man. Grandizer is you worth your weight in gold, Grandizer. I don't know how much you weigh, but you worth it. Pause. All right. So shout out to Grandizer, man. Grandizer found it for us. Rumble.com user Panther Nation PC. There you go.
I'm already setting my account up right now while we speak. It ain't gonna take that long, guys.
Get on Rumble, man. Rumble's where it's at.
Get on Rumble, guys. It'll be the same as this tag. Since Champ B is taken. So
All right. So let's get into some content, Dave. It's a lot of talking about some other stuff. So, Dave, the stadium deal for the Carolina Panthers has expired. So we're
What?
not talking about we're not talking about the naming rights. No, 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 Dave. We're talking about the actual deal. Carolina Panthers Stadium, City of Charlotte, expired. What does that mean? Okay, let me break this down. Okay? That does not necessarily mean that the team is looking for a new home. However, what it does mean is that the penalties that David Tepper could face for relocating the team would be substantially less. Okay? This is what I call an ultimate chess move by David Tepper and Tepper Sports Entertainment. Okay? So let's take a quick rewind back. The city of Charlotte and the Panthers signed their current agreement way back in 2014 with our previous owner, the Big Cat. Okay. At the time, that deal was set to end in 2022, which is over. So now the team won't face any penalties for moving if they decide to move, which I don't think is going to happen, by the way. It's not going to happen. We're not going anywhere. But this is news that we must follow because there are going to be some ramifications from maybe tax or city of Charlotte, folks that live in the city of Charlotte, Mecklenburg County, our taxes might go up because now we're looking for a new deal. Okay. We're trying to keep the Panthers. Okay. So, peep game. If the team moves between now and 2027, Charlotte taxpayers would be allowed to buy the team from Tepper Sports Entertainment at quote unquote fair market value, which that doesn't mean anything. We don't really care about buying the stadium back. We don't want the stadium. We want the Panthers in the stadium. Again, I don't think this. Listen, I'm just bringing this up because it is news. This is valuable news that any Carolina Panthers fan should follow. I don't think this means that the Carolina Panthers are moving by any means. We're not going to move. Listen, David Tepper just brought Charlotte FC here. He loves the city of Charlotte. I do think, to play devil's advocate a little bit with everything going on with Rock Hill and all this other stuff, it doesn't seem like there's any continuity like in the Carolinas. It just seems like we're flying by the seat of our pants. But I believe Tepper is a smart enough business owner to kind of make this shake. Go ahead, Dave.
My thing is this. I think the situation that happened at Rock Hill helps Charlotte. And the reason why I think that is because now it doesn't mean like he doesn't have that. He kind of lost some level of leverage of staying in the Carolinas from that aspect, right? He kind of has to make it work in Charlotte because he's still got the pipe company property that is still something that he can still pursue. I thought.
Yeah, just for clarity, he has not bought that. It's still available.
No, but my point is it's still available. My point is that's still something that he could potentially pursue as another spot to put the stadium in, and he could do something like Patriots place up here in New England is what the Patriots do in Foxborough.
Hold that thought, Dave, because I don't know what Patriots place looks like, but he did buy some land around the stadium to build a entertainment district style thing. So again, I don't think the Panthers, like, there's a long-term plan for the Panthers here in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to raise any signal bells saying that the Panthers are moving.
I don't think they're moving.
That's not what happened. That's not what's happening. This is a chess move, however, because now the city of Charlotte got to come back to the table for a new deal, right? This is a chess move. What are we going to do now? Right? So I think it is a chess move by Tepper Sports Entertainment. My bad, Dave. Go ahead.
So, but do you legitimately see a scenario where Tepper decides to go play this game somewhere else? I don't.
No. What you mean? In another city?
I mean, like, for example, let's say the schedule falls perfectly for him to play at Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. Like the home games for South Carolina are not the same home games as ours. So he could legitimately play them all in Columbia and still seat like 70,000 people.
Nah, you losing me, Dave.
No, I know it's not going to happen. But
I
do
don't
you
I don't
see
see
it?
any scenario where that is even plausible or makes sense.
Because there's bigger stadiums in the area than BOA.
Bigger? What is Bryce?
Absolutely.
What is William Bryce capacity?
Hold on, let me check.
Because you said absolutely like you was sure, Dave. Was
I
that
was
some
pretty
cap?
sure.
Okay, 77. What's 77? What's the bank?
It ain't 77. I can tell you that.
It's close. It's close to
It's
that.
close. But my point is that he could pretty much replace. Is my point. Now, one thing he might have issues with is the club seating and things of that sort, and the box seats.
Okay,
But
so
overall,
3,000 more. So Dave is correct that
yeah.
Williams Bryce can potentially, well, it not potentially, it is bigger from a capacity standpoint
Yeah.
than Bank of America Stadium. So he's right.
Now, but it's all about scheduling, right? Like you're not going to have a home game with the Panthers if it's the same weekend as South Carolina's playing at home too. So it's got to fit too, and obviously he can't do nothing this season. They're definitely playing in the stadium this year. Like that ain't
yeah. And and Dave is right again. Just because we call cap on Dave, but he's absolutely right. Clemson Stadium 81K according to Google. So 81K versus 74 for Clemson. South Carolina Williams Bryce 77 versus 74. So there are bigger stadiums that I don't know. I don't think there's anything in the Carolinas that big.
How big is Keenan Field? I don't know.
I don't know.
I could check. Let's see. I'm just curious now. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't.
No. 51,000. No.
Yeah.
Carter Finley's 56,000. Wallace Wade is 40,000.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Them joints is
nah, fam, nah. But the thing is, in South Carolina, football is like their thing. Like that's what they do.
So this is a good question that Josh asked. It says, well, so what is the benefit of not getting a deal renewed for Tepper? So not getting the deal renewed is that it's time for a new deal. Excuse me on that. It's time for a new deal. Now we got to come back to the table. What is the new deal look like? Do I even want to be in the stadium anymore? Are we going to deal for a brand new stadium? So it's all bargaining chips. Hey, we don't even want the stadium anymore. We want a new stadium. Get us a new stadium. Now I got to build a new stadium. So it's all bargaining, and we're playing chess moves right here. So I get it. I get it from Tep. Listen, and let me be clear on this because I know y'all like headlines and you like to run away with stuff. Now I'm not saying y'all because y'all smart fans that watch PNP, but there's other people that may click this thing and be like, "Yo, the Panthers are moving." Nah, because I've seen some videos go up like that. Panthers ain't going nowhere. It's just that this is a chess move by Tepper Sports Entertainment to say, all right, what's next for the Panthers? What's next? And this is just chess. Tepper probably is going to be vying for a new stadium. We have it sounds crazy to say, but we have one of the oldest stadiums in the league right now.
We sure do.
Like, it sounds crazy. Like, we a new team, but a newer team, but we got one of the oldest stadiums. So it's about time. And now Tepper can say, we didn't have a deal to play here. Like, get us a new stadium. So it is what it is. All right. So with that said, any final thoughts on a new stadium deal?
It's gonna be interesting, man. It's always fascinating because it's always this tug of war between the city, and it's basically about who blinks first, right? And now that we know that the stadium deal expired, it's going to be interesting to see how Charlotte responds. But I think hopefully they've learned from Rock Hill.
Yeah. Well, Rock Hill and City of Charlotte are two different monsters.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Two different monsters. That's
absolutely. I think Rock Hill underestimated David Tepper big time.
Yeah, I think yeah, exactly. And I think David Tepper was given an olive branch to Rock Hill, and I think they kind of took it for granted, and they think Rock Hill effed up. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But City of Charlotte, it's a completely different monster. I don't want to compare the two or conflate the two, but yeah. So Jalen says, if we start winning like we expect, a new stadium will be much easier to bargain for. Absolutely. New quarterback, new state. Yeah, absolutely. Look at the Bills.
But truth be told, if you want to keep it a buck, Jerry Richardson dropped the ball because he should have got that new stadium because he had the opportunity to get it. He had two chances to get it. He had a chance to get it during the Fox era, and he had a chance to get it during the Rivera era. So I feel like the previous owner kind of dropped the ball in that regard. You've been to 2 Super Bowls, you didn't get a stadium out of it. It's kind of wild. You got renovations for it, but you didn't get a stadium out of it.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
Hey, Jay, we need a new stadium, bro. We got one of the oldest stadiums in the league.
Yeah,
It's time. We keep putting money in. And from a taxpayer standpoint, they keep coming back asking for renovations, and the renovations aren't taking us over the top. Like, you look at these new stadiums now, and if you want to, like, I know we got a lot of outside viewers that don't live in Charlotte, but if you want to bring, Final Fours, more bigger concerts, and you want that type of stuff to come to Charlotte, you need a new stadium, bro. So you absolutely need a new stadium. That we don't need a new stadium is incorrect. We need a new stadium to keep up what's going on with everything else around the league.
Somebody posted a comment saying they want the Super. Yeah, he wants that Super Bowl. As a PSL owner, I don't want a new stadium.
This is accurate.
This is a valid thing because y'all got to rebid at that point.
Correct. I think we would get maybe like a discount or first dibs at getting a new PSL seat, but the PSL won't transfer. So for me, my PSL is paid off. I don't owe anything on the PSL. And so, like, when it transfers, I got to get a new seat now. I got to start a whole new contract. So as a PSL owner, it's definitely disadvantageous for us to get a new stadium. But it kind of is that's really the name of the game, to be honest with you. So yeah, he wants a Super Bowl. Yep, that's true. That's true.
That's what it boils down to ultimately. He wants to get a Super Bowl in Charlotte. So if they do get a new stadium, I'm assuming, do you want a retractable roof, dome, or you want to continue with being outside?
I think you put at least a retractable roof. And look at Atlanta. Atlanta has the same weather as Charlotte. They have a retractable roof. So I think at minimum, a retractable roof is what you get. At minimum. No question.
Like, I think the folks I understand from a PSL owner standpoint, you don't want a new stadium. But for everybody else, let me tell you, something. You need to go look at some of these other newer NFL stadiums. I've been to a couple of them, bro. I've been to MetLife. MetLife is different. Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz joint, different.
Yeah, Mercedes-Benz is crazy. That stadium, different. I don't like Atlanta. I don't like Atlanta at all.
I don't like Atlanta. The only thing I like in Atlanta is Outkast. And that's about it. But I've been to the old stadium in Atlanta, and I've been to that new one. And it's night and day, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I've been to Jerry's World, too. I've been to a couple of these NFL stadiums. Bruh. We need a new stadium, guys.
Yeah,
I know you don't want to hear it.
And for those that haven't been to other stadiums, like, once you start going to other stadiums, you be like, yo, this is crazy. Like
Gillette, like we were talking about how Patriots Place is set up, and you were talking about how Tepper bought the entertainment district. So basically, like, Patriots Place is basically, you got the stadium, you got this area to learn about Patriots history and all that. They got a whole area where you can do that. You got like it's pretty much like a shopping center /
we don't have that. We don't
right by the stadium.
Yeah.
Restaurants, bars. It's freaking outstanding. And it's like in Foxborough. You probably never heard of Foxborough because they don't play in Boston, guys. They play in Foxborough.
Hey, Jay.
Minutes away from Boston.
Bro, Jay, do you live here in Charlotte?
And I don't have it doesn't have to be LA.
Yeah, we don't have to be LA, bro. But Charlotte is one of the fastest growing cities in the country, bro. It's one of the fastest growing cities in the country. Facts.
It's the second largest financial district in the nation.
Bro,
what are we talking about here?
Bro, Jay, you in Greensboro. Shout out to Aggie Pride. Hey, all day.
Aggie Pride.
Greensboro ain't Charlotte, bro. Hey, Charlotte is growing fast.
Yo, bro. Greensboro ain't Charlotte. And Greensboro has grown, but Greensboro ain't Charlotte. Let me be clear. A&T has grown. That don't mean UNCG has, and that is shade. That will be shade. It shall remain shade.
Don't do the Spartans like that. Don't do that.
It's a fact.
My wife is a Spartan. Don't do that, dog.
I get it. I
can't.
I got a lot of friends that are Spartans.
Slander on this pod.
In 5 years, A&T is going to be larger than them, so they're going to we have to deal with it. It is what it is. Those are the breaks.
Hey, I got you. Hey, I got you, Jalen. Hey, I got you. I'm not going to tolerate no UNCG.
Look, man. Look. Rashad's conflicted, man, because he got. Look, I know where he's at.
I ain't conflicted at all. Hey, listen. I'm not going to tolerate no UNCG disrespect, bro. I just period. I can't do it.
It's not disrespect. It's not disrespect when there's data. It's data. That's what the
But yeah,
data
man,
shows.
shout out to 704. Hey, listen, hey, it's growing, and listen, I
It
understand
is.
what Tepper's trying to do with that entertainment district. You want to keep Panthers fans in this area. Right now, there's nowhere for Panthers fans to go. Once the game is over, that's it. Like it's nowhere for you to go. And like Dave said, with the Foxborough and all the teams have, like, you see what Dallas has. Dallas has a very similar thing as well. Like that's what the trend is now. So Temper's trying to keep up. And listen, we got to get out of our bubble. We got to get out of our bubble. That's just, if you go to these other cities, you go to these other stadiums, you'll see that it's other stuff going on for sure. But all right, let's
I
move on.
will
Let's
say
move on.
I should
Go ahead.
probably
Last comment,
try
then we
to.
got to move on, Dave.
Yeah, we should. I should probably go try to visit stadium a year. Maybe I won't do it this year, but maybe starting 2024, I'll visit a different stadium a year. I probably should do that. Let's move on.
Let's move on because we spent a lot of time on the stadium. Was not expecting to spend that much time on the stadium. I was expecting to spend more time here, Dave. Miles Sanders went on the Rich Eisen show. And I listened to this interview because it's, in this dead zone right now, not much going on. Miles Sanders had some very quaint thoughts about the running back position. And Dave, you know how we've been saying, signaling these, throwing off. It's 4th of July Day. It's been fireworks around this. We've been throwing fireworks around this for years, bro. And I just want to kind of talk about what Miles Sanders said. So let's just throw a couple quotes out there, Dave, and I want you to react, okay? So, in the context of Miles Sanders is saying, Rich Eisen asked him about, like, what's good with the deals for the running backs, like what's happening, what's good with it. And so basically Miles Sanders said this: it's nothing wrong with what we're doing. We're doing everything that we have to do as far as on the field and stuff like that. For people and GMs or owners to think that running backs are not as valued as much is a lie, because you've got to see how everything plays out. You got to see what guys like Christian McCaffrey, the stuff he does, things that Saquon Barkley does, things that Josh Jacobs does, consistency each year. Dave, react. Running back.
I've been trying to tell you suckers for a very, very, very long time. You ain't supposed to be out here paying these running backs. And the thing is, I understand Miles's frustration when it comes to what the value is at the position. Do not get me wrong. But when it comes to creating a Super Bowl winning roster, that ain't the position you invest in. That ain't it. Don't believe me? Look at the last set of Super Bowl champions. Just go look at them. Go look at them. And tell me if they invested in the position. They didn't. They didn't. We're not doing trivia tonight. But like what it boils down to is there were times where we've had some of the highest paying running backs in the league. Yeah, we will make the playoffs. It's cute. We made the playoffs. Okay, we made the playoffs. We ain't getting no Super Bowls, though. That's a fact. I'm not making this up. A lot of times we just wasn't good. How many winning seasons we had where Christian McCaffrey was balling out of his mind with that contract of his? And I know you're going to say, well, he did it with the 49ers. Yeah, he did do it with the 49ers. But look at the dang old roster that they got.
I hate that argument, bro. I absolutely hate that argument because it ultimately wait.
And when he was with the 49ers, they did a committee.
They did
a committee. You just didn't realize it because that's how much he was balling, but they did a committee. So what are we talking about here? Like, come on, guys.
They don't want you to pod, Dave. They don't want you to pod, Dave. Go ahead.
I just don't understand. Like, I don't get it. And I feel for Miles. Don't get me wrong. But like things like this is why they made the decision to let Deontay Foreman walk. Like, you're like, Deontay Foreman's like, I should be getting the bag. But they're like, nah, you're not. You're not gonna get the bag. So I can understand it, man. And that's why when you look at the free agent market for the running back position, and that's why I was happy when they finally were able to get that trade-off last year during the season on Christian McCaffrey, because you wouldn't have been able to get it if you would have waited too much longer. You would have been stuck with that contract, which was ridiculous, by the way. And I stand by what I said about that contract. We shouldn't have paid him. I stand by that. There we go. I'm done.
All right. So real quick, I don't know what this is, King Bro. I don't know what enormous stits.
I just appreciate the super chat.
That is.
That's all I'm rolling with.
We appreciate the super chat. We're gonna roll with that. We're gonna enormous tits. I get it. Ha! He got me. Enormous tits. I got it. He got me. Ha ha! Shout out to King Bro, man. Appreciate that. You got it. He got me.
All I'm gonna say is this. Though that is the reason why on Apple Podcasts we are explicit. It ain't me. It's y'all.
And you know what's crazy is I read it like 3 times before because I was like, yo, he's trying to get me. And I didn't get it until I read it. So shout out to him. He got me, bro. Shout out to him, man. The cat ACAS says the Cap took a vacation today. So we getting the facts subbing in for him.
Bro, listen, I understand you guys got all the jokes, but I've been the facts more than the Cap. Let's keep it a buck. Like, I don't do this for 7 years otherwise. Let's keep it a buck.
Hey,
I don't get invited. I don't get invited to other things other than the Panthers if I wasn't hashtag the facts. Let's keep it a buck with y'all. Okay.
Hey, real quick. So just to finish his thoughts on that, he says he went on to say this, Miles Sanders. He says you want a franchise tag and create a certain market for running backs, just because you have this way of thinking that they only last for 3 or 4 years. I think that's BS, honestly. Almost every running back is underpaid right now. I don't know what it's going to take. That's a topic that needs to be brought up a little more because it sucks to be a running back right now, honestly. Hey, listen, these are facts. So I looked it up, right? And obviously, the running back has one of the lowest lifespans in the league right now. Like, years. I think it's 2.5. It's actually 2.5 years.
It's wrong. Yeah, it used to be 3.5 years. It used to be. That means it went down, bro. It used to be 3.5 years.
It's 2.5 years for running backs right now. I looked it up, and we saw the peak of the running back market in 2020. 2020 was when CMC, Kamara, Derrick Henry, all those guys got paid.
Zeke got paid too, didn't he?
That was before then. That was before 2020. He got paid before 2020.
Wow. Okay.
2020 was the peak of the running back market. That's when teams was like, After that, we not doing that no more. These dudes and all these guys were not making strides when it comes to playoff wins. Kamara, Panthers, Derrick Henry, they're great individual talents, but they ain't nothing unless you put them on a decent roster, right? You got to have the CMC. That's why CMC going to the 49ers was such a great move for the 49ers, because you take a great talent, put them on a really good team, and boom, it makes it look like they're geniuses. In actuality, like, yo, you just got a good player in a good team. So, like I think what's going on in the chat, you got running backs by committee. And even Dave brought up earlier, Deonta Foreman. We love Deonta Foreman. I thought we should have brought him back. But The reality is people they're not paying running backs like that. And what makes it even crazier is if you look at the numbers even more, it makes it even insane for teams like the Falcons to draft the guys like Bijan Robinson or anybody, Jamar Gibbs being taken in the first round, because guess what? They at the top of the market already on a rookie deal.
But I'm going to say it once and I'll say it again. I think Bijan Robinson special though. Like, I think Bijan Robinson is like an exception.
So is CMC. Is it gonna translate with the Falcons?
The Falcons need so many other pieces. But I think
that's my point, Dave. It's not about individual talent. It's about what team are you going to. And I like Arthur Smith in the run game, but when you're looking at it from a team building standpoint, you took a running back in the first round, and now you're paying him on a rookie deal at the top. Like, I think he's like one of the not the highest. He's like a top 15 paid running back. Jamar
And the
Gibbs
thing,
or Bijan Robinson right now.
and the crazy thing is, they got to decide on how they're going to handle the 5th-year option. And in the 5th-year option, he's probably going to be one of the highest payers at that point.
He'll have
He'll
to
be
be
part of
because
the
the
top
future
10, right?
option.
Top 10
Yeah,
average, right?
yeah, that's the average. Yeah.
Top 10 or top 5 average.
So it like again the run, and I feel bad for Miles. I really do. Hopefully, I get a chance to interview him. I feel bad for Miles because he's right. It sucks because that's one of the most demanding positions. You're getting paused. You're getting pounded on. Like, yo, you're getting killed. Like, as soon as you touch the ball, you're gonna get hit. Like, it's a physical demanding position, which is why they're doing the committee. And they're just picking these guys up. And it sucks when you got guys that are undrafted going nuts.
I'm with you, bro. But that's part of the reason why they're not getting paid. There's gonna be some and I'm a fantasy guy. There's gonna be some random guy that nobody drafted that's gonna end up in the top 20 in fantasy football and running back. There's gonna be some guy
because somebody's
comes out of nowhere.
Hurt. Somebody's gonna get hurt, and then you put him in a game, and then that dude's gonna come out of nowhere, and it is what it is. Pause.
And then you're gonna be like, nobody even had him as a handcuff. Nobody picked him up. Nobody drafted him. Nobody picked him up. Like, that's just what happens. And I agree here. I think Bijan's gonna ball, but I don't know if it's gonna equate to wins. It's gonna be like the next Christian McCaffrey for us.
Exactly.
Because he balled. Christian balled.
Bro, massive numbers is irrelevant. There's nothing more frustrating than a guy getting praised for getting 2K, 1,000 receiving, 1,000 rushing, and then we have 5 wins. You know how frustrating that is? Like, he's a great player, and it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we over here catching L, and partially it was us because our coaching was terrible.
Well, the thing is, bro,
yeah, other issues.
You know why it matters, Rashad? You want to know why it matters?
Why?
That's when you trade his ass. That's when you trade him, not pay him. You trade him.
I mean, but at that point, you had already invested first. You shoot yourself in the foot.
You invested a first round pick, but if you got a guy, and this is why I was so adamant at the time, and you can go watch the tape. That's why I was so adamant at the time when we got the 1,000 season that we need to trade him. Because at that point, you talking peak value. Let somebody else pay that deal, not us. Let somebody else take the hit on that cap, not us. Because we knew how the story was going to end. Because that's how it always ends. It ended that way with us. We paid, and let me be clear, I love D'Angelo Williams. I love Jonathan Stewart. We paid those guys, and they struggled to stay healthy at times, and they didn't equate the wins at the time. They didn't. I think after they got paid, they had like 1 playoff appearance, maybe 2. It didn't equate the wins, guys. That's my point.
This is a great point. Derrick Henry absolutely put the Titans on his back, but it doesn't matter because you don't have a quarterback. Your quarterback ultimately is what's going to lead you to the promised land, bro.
But the 1 year them boys almost made it to the Super Bowl, the 1 year they made it to the AFC Championship game, Ryan Tannehill played out of his mind.
But that, I think it goes hand in hand with
no,
Derrick
it does.
Henry. When you got a Derrick Henry, but ultimately, to my point though, Dave, Tannehill has a cap. Yes. Tannehill's not going to take you to a Super Bowl. That's the point. Like, you have to have that. You got to have that quarterback. You got to have that defense, right? You got to have. It's so many other things that play than just a running back. And for us to get zoned in on a running back, which is not going to make it. Like, it's great to have a talented running back, but that's not what's going to get you to the promised land. We've seen it year after year after year. Dave asked the question earlier, bro. Name the last 5 quarterbacks, last 5 running backs on the Super Bowl winning team. Last 5 running backs on the Super Bowl winning team. Good luck. PNP trip mania question. Because you ain't gonna be able to answer it.
I want to answer this. I love Jonathan Stewart, but let's keep it a buck. he was there. He was there for the. He was there for the Jake Delhomme year, right? He was there for the Delhomme year, but he wasn't paid at that point, if I remember correctly, because he was just drafted that year, if I recall. Let me know if I'm tripping. He was just drafted recently at that point, but he was there for the Super Bowl year.
Yeah,
But
I gotta go back and look.
yeah, but he was there for the Super Bowl year 2015. But if I ask you the question of, was he the reason why they made it to the Super Bowl? It was Cam, guys.
Yeah,
There's a reason
and
why he was an MVP.
just to answer these questions, like Joe Flacco, Nick Foles, you're absolutely right. They did lead their teams to Super Bowls, and they got rings. Flacco's defense, that defense
And
was
Foles
incredible,
defense
bro.
too.
Foles defense was incredible. Like it's more than a running back. That's my overall point. Is that it's going to take more than just a single individual running back talent to get it done. You need a complete team, and if your defense can take you over the top, and if you got so many skill positions that could take you over the top to support your mid quarterback, then you're gonna win a Super Bowl. But ultimately, throwing $15 million at a running back is going to limit you from spending on the defensive side of football, which is my point, which is why I was completely against the CMC contract at the time.
James White was one of them for the Patriots, who might not even be in the league this year. I just want y'all to know that. So James White was one of them. Because all right, we got Rams, Bucks, Chiefs, and then the Chiefs again, right? Because the Chiefs won again. Chiefs won within the last 5 years, I remember correctly.
Yeah,
and it was Darrell Williams.
And Pacheco,
Darrell Williams.
And then they drafted Edwards-Helaire.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He didn't even make it.
No
he didn't even make it.
Pacheco ended up being the top like guy. That. That's what I'm saying.
Pacheco, it was Pacheco and who was the guy? The guy he kept getting hurt. He used to play for the Vikings, if I remember correctly. Oh, what's his name? He won me a fantasy championship last year. Oh God, there was another guy. Oh, he played for the 49ers too. Oh God, McKinnon. Jerry McKinnon. McKinnon was on the Chiefs too. That balled for him as well. Pacheco was the main guy. So, but you didn't pay those guys. You didn't pay any of these guys.
These dudes is on rookie deals, man. But they got Mahomes though, so that's kind of an outlier. But
yes.
yeah. But all right, that sums that up. I did want to just talk about that because I do feel for Miles Sanders, and like I said, the peak for running back contracts was 2020. McCaffrey, Kamara, those dudes are getting paid $15+ million per year. You won't see that again. That's not happening. That is done. I think Derrick Henry's getting like 12 a year. And now Miles Sanders, who is still a top 10 paid running back from an average per year standpoint, I think he's getting 6 per year. Miles Sanders still top 10, right? But he's only getting paid $6 million per year. But then you think about that, and now look at these rookies that just got drafted, Gibbs, and my man Bijan Robinson. They getting paid $5 million per year. They like near the top of. They're gonna be near the top of the joint, which is why you don't draft running backs. It's chess. Unless that dude is gonna get you a Super Bowl and take you over the top, that's the only way I would do that for. But teams like the Falcons, no way I'm taking a running back in the first round. Not happening. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on from that. Dave, we made a couple roster moves, or one roster move, and had to make a corresponding roster move. We signed Taylor Stallworth on a 1-year deal. Stallworth played for Frank Reich for 2 seasons in Indianapolis in 2020 and 2021. Spent time with the Chiefs and Texans last year. He is a Gamecock. Okay, Dave loves the Cocks. And I mean, that's your squad.
Well, man,
that's your squad, Dave.
Man,
that's your squad, Dave.
Oh Lord, have mercy!
Come on, man, stop. Dave loves the South Carolina Gamecocks. And I don't know why he doesn't like to abbreviate the anyway. But anyway, Stallworth is 6'2", 305 pounds. He's played, zero tech, so he's played nose tackle. And now we've got Shaw Tuttle, Deshaun Williams, Henry Anderson, John Pennicini. So, Dave, what does this mean? What does this mean for the defensive lineman that we got?
Do you really want to know my answer?
I do.
Nothing. Carry on.
Shit. So hold on. Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me make it a little bit tougher. Let me make it a little bit tougher. Okay, you making final cuts. Stallworth, who has a lot of experience, and he's got experience with the previous head with Frank Reich, the head coach.
That's a
Played
good
with him.
point.
So hold on. I'm not done. So he's got history with him. It comes down to Stallworth versus Bravion Roy. Who you got?
I'll Stallworth will win that one. Yeah, Stallworth will win that one. Unless Bravion Roy shows something. Unless Bravion Roy shows something that we just never seen. Stallworth will probably win it off the fact that he knows him. He trusts him. He knows what he's capable of. Unless Roy shows the hell out during camp, which is very possible. Because Roy's had moments. Roy's had moments. Let's be clear. So, but I think when you bring somebody in from a culture that you came from, that is a slight advantage.
Yeah,
I will say that. But it was Stallworth.
Yeah, so in this move, since we're at 90 men on the roster, we had to cut somebody. So we cut one of our 17,000 safeties, Miles Dorn, who got cut. He's a UNC guy. Definitely was on they signed him, and I think he was a long shot to make the roster anyway. So they kind of let him go, see if he could find somewhere to kind of play for training camp. But I think this is interesting, man. We keep loading up on that. On a defensive line, obviously they're not 100% comfortable with what they have. Maybe this is just a vet signing. Maybe he's a practice squad type player. Maybe they like Bravion Roy. I don't know, but I think it's interesting that we keep loading up on these larger interior defensive linemen. 6'2", 305. He got some experience. He did play pretty well, and I think the one game he played with Texas, he racked up pretty well. So, rotational guy, but nothing too crazy here. All right. Anything else on Stallworth?
Nah, man. I'm look. He's gonna probably potentially fit the scheme. How big is he? I'm trying to remember. Pause.
6'2", 305. Yeah, yo, 6'2", 305. Told you he likes the cocks.
All right, so he could play. He can play DT. He could play in the middle.
Pause. Yeah, he's a interior defensive lineman.
He could play now, but he could play nose tackle if he needed to. Is my point.
Yeah, he's got zero tech experience. Yeah.
So we good. All right, so yeah. All right, yeah. All right. Yeah, Bravion's in trouble. Yeah, Bravion's in trouble. Bravion is absolutely in trouble.
Hey, Big Low. Shout out to Big Low, man. I sent you a DM. I'm not sure if you responded to it, but I'm definitely trying to make it down to Atlanta. I need some seats real close to you so that I could talk my trash when we go down and Bryce Young in his debut go down and beat the Atlanta Falcons in the Mercedes-Benz Dome. So hit me up. Hit me in the chat in the DMs, Big Low. Shout out to Big Low, my guy. It's about time for a round table, man. It's about time. All right, let's move on. All right, one time for our Patreon members, patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Dave, last I checked, we got about 115 Patreon subscribers. Let's run that up. Let's get to 150 Patreon members. Okay, 150. You can join as low as $3. Become a free agent. Okay. And with that said, Dave, I'm gonna get right to the MVPs. Dave, our MVP members, love them. I love them so much, Dave. Right now, Dave, I'm gonna do MVP giveaway because it's time. It's time to give away a PSL seat of mine right next to me in a Silver Club seat, section 310. It's time. All right. Let me go ahead and stop. I gotta stop sharing so I can reshare, so I can share this different window.
Yeah, you better do it now before you lose your PSL seat.
No, hey, relax, man. With the new stadium, relax. V, don't do that. Don't do that. Chill out. All right. So right now, the games we have available, we have most of the games available. We have 8 home games this year. The Vikings game is gone. And shout out to my man Austin. Austin has a game that he needs to select. But I'm about to
the Colts game is gone too.
And Dave said the Colts game. Let me mark that down.
Yeah, mark that down because I already changed my flight. I extended the Geo trip to a Geo trip a day.
Let me mark that down. Too. All right, so the Colts game is gone. All right, so we have 5 more games to give away. All right, so these are all our MVP level members right here. I'm about to do a giveaway right now and whoever wins this will be able to select a game of their choice. PSL seat right next to your boy in the live section in the bank, section 310. All right, let's get it. Rolling it. Let's make it crack. D'Angelo Legend, I'm rooting for you, bro. My man, Top Dog. Top Dog, who I see all the time in the chat. Top Dog, hit me up. You got about 24 hours. Hit me up. Because this is an MVP level Patreon member, I want to give him some time to respond. So Top Dog, hit me up on Patreon, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up wherever you can find me. PantherNationPodcast@gmail.com. However you want to get to me, make that thing happen. Because you have been selected as a winner, and you will be going to a game with your boy. All right, so let's keep it moving. All right, let me stop and share again because that was jacked up.
That was jacked up.
Shout out to my man Top Dog, man. Top Dog is the man. Been a long time listener. D'Angelo, keep in there, keep hanging in there, bro. You're gonna get you one. All right, let's keep it moving. Franchise, shout out to my franchise folks. And then shout out to my free agents. Again, free agents, they are joined for as low as $3 per month. You can help us out. It helps us out tremendously, man. Y'all have no idea how much that support helps. Get us to 150 Patreon members. Let's turn it up. All right. Dave, give us one underdog fantasy look so we can keep this thing rolling.
I'll just be quick. So I talked to you guys about the best ball leagues, but now they have best ball where you can get paid every single week. You draft your squad and they pay you every single week. So you go to underdogfantasy.com and you use the promo code PNP. It really helps out the channel, guys. But they're already doing best ball drafts, so now you can get paid weekly if you win. Weekly. And they still do the pick'ems, over-unders, and things of that sort. So just check it out. I've done a few drafts. It's pretty awesome. Underdogfantasy.com.
All right, let's move on. Now it's time to the meat and potatoes of the show. We got some questions going into training camp, Dave. We got a lot of questions going into training camp. There was an article that came out today or the other day or the Twitter post from somewhere saying that the Panthers were the top choice for, or the predicted place for Jadeveon Clowney to land. Dave, how you feel about that? Because either the Panthers are going to roll what they got or they can bring somebody else in. We've been talking about this for almost 3-4 months now. What do you think the Panthers do?
Look, man, if we're going to sign this man, we need to go in and sign him. This is my opinion on it. Like, I don't think we need to keep dragging this going into training camp. I think we need to hurry up and get him in here as soon as possible. I wouldn't be mad if we signed him. I have to check whether or not you can use underdog in North Carolina. I believe you can, but I don't know.
I use it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't live in North Carolina. So I mean, yeah, I know I can. I know you can.
I use it.
Yeah.
I'm here in North Carolina. You can.
Yeah. So, but for me, would he help us? Absolutely. But I want to get him in here soon. Like we gotta quit dragging. Like we just signed a DT. If we're serious about bringing him in, we should hurry up and bring him in. But if we do bring him in, that says a lot about the Pips now, doesn't it?
Hey, don't do that, Dave.
No. You called him that. No. You called him that. Don't do that. I think Marquise Hayes can start. I think he can start full time personally, but
yeah, I don't see what I don't see what the holdup is with signing Clowney. Like, he's better than anybody. I don't care what y'all feel about him. He's better than anybody we have on the roster outside of Burns.
Why?
I'm just saying, like, there's naysayers in the chat. Oh, we shouldn't bring him in. I see this chat, name over game. Bro, name somebody on our roster better than him.
Other than Burns. I think
Other than Burns. Burns is better than him. Outside of Burns, name somebody better than Clowney.
And all you we need a corner guys, y'all ain't learned nothing. Nothing. Y'all haven't learned anything. Man, y'all, dog, we do not need a
Haynes
corner.
is not better. Haynes is not as complete. Haynes is a very
Haynes
good
is not as
pass
complete
rushing
as
edge,
Clowney.
but he's not as complete as Crowder.
He's
Jadeveon
not as complete as
Clowney is.
Clowney. No, he's not.
He's not.
He's not. He's not.
Develop. The keyword develop, Barno.
Bro, we ain't got time for that.
You can still develop him with having Clowney. That's not stopping nothing.
Yo, I don't understand why folks just want to be in a development phase all the time, but then wonder why we like 5-11, 5-12. Let's just develop. We just develop for the rest of our lives.
We can develop. We're gonna develop into being
a
mid. Develop in the mid.
We're gonna develop. We're gonna develop into 6-11, and then y'all gonna lose your minds. And then you want, and then.
So Gray Fox is saying, man, Clowney gonna give us 3 sacks this year. It's not about sacks all the time, bro.
It's not about sacks.
If Brian Burns gives me 15 sacks because Clowney doing his job, then what difference does it make?
I got a better one for you.
It ain't about sacks all the time.
If Clowney and Burns goes in there and forces the quarterback to make the decision faster than what he's supposed to, I'm not mad at that. It'd be nice to sack him every play, absolutely. But versus what happened last year where the quarterback had all the time in the world, if he just speeds up the process so the quarterback can't make his decisions the way he normally does, that's a win.
I'm still waiting for y'all to tell me who's on the roster better than Clowney. Like y'all sitting here saying no, don't sign him, but can't name nobody better than him on the roster right now. Like
because
y'all never want to improve.
There's nobody there. There's nobody there.
Developing is a safe space. Shout out to Lunch Break Hot
Take.
No, it's true. This is facts. Shout out to Lunch Break Hot Take. This is facts. You get to that development because it's safe. It's easy. It's an easy place to be. That's absolutely correct. It's easy to say develop. Nobody wants to go out and make a splash move to win. Like we've been in so mid. Nobody wants to make a splash to actually win.
Dog,
we just cool with being mid, bro.
The last time we made the playoffs was the first year PNP started, and these guys want to keep developing folks. Want to make the playoffs, man. I want to come in here in January and talk about the fact that we got a playoff game. That's what I want. I haven't been able to do that since 2018. That's what I want. Develop.
Nah, because
how about this? Jadeveon Clowney is still developing. He just so happens to know how to rush the passer already too.
The same people saying Clowney sucks is gonna be the same people complaining about YGM when he's this is his 3rd, 4th year developing, and he just so happened not to put it together this year. Y'all gonna be the same people complaining.
No, they're not, Rashad, because they're gonna say he needs more development.
Nah, bro, I'm not doing it this time, bro. I'm not doing it. You got me last time. I caught it this time, bro. But I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate that.
I wonder how much time they take to come up with those.
AI could give you a bunch of them. But all right, so edge rusher help. Are we gonna roll what we got or sign somebody? There's a couple guys out there, still Frank Clark. There's a couple guys out there that you can get to help.
If you're gonna sign somebody, that's who you need to sign. Straight up.
Clowney or Clark?
Clowney.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what you need to sign. Now let's not mess around here. If you're gonna sign a guy.
Good point. So ACASH says Clowney can play both. He played 4-3 in Cleveland and 3-4 outside linebacker in Houston. I think he is scheming now. So I think you can put him anywhere. I think he's big enough to play defensive end in a 3-4 and outside linebacker, and athletic enough to play outside linebacker in a 3-4 as well. So I think you can make it work. You can make it work. All right. So that's question number 1 for me. Clowney. Is he gonna come through or not, or are we just gonna roll with Marquise Haynes and the Dave? What Dave said, he called him the Pips. Don't do that, Dave. All right. So next one, edge rusher again. But are we gonna sign Brian Burns to his extension, or is he gonna play on his 5th-year option? When is Brian Burns gonna sign his deal? Or what the hell is going on with it? Why is it taking so long? Dave, what's your thoughts on this?
I'm not worried about it, but I mean, he'll get paid before the season starts. I think the contract will happen before the season starts, preferably before training camp starts. So I'm not too worried about it. I think it'll get paid. I think he'll get paid before I think he'll get paid before the first day of training camp. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
What say
I
you,
don't I
sir?
don't yeah, I don't have any long-term concerns about it getting done. Just what's taking so long? I'm sure he's probably waiting for some other contracts to fall so he can have some negotiating power. I don't think anybody's in a super crazy rush. But I would like to get it done before the end of the season, man. I hate, excuse me, before the start of the season because I don't want, this to loom over the season. When is Brian Burns going to extend it? It's going to be a drama. I'm not trying to deal with that. Let's just get it done and make it happen. But when it happens, I have no concerns about it happening. It's going to happen at some point. I think I've been pretty consistent with that. But any more thoughts on when Brian Burns or if he's going to get paid? Any concerns there?
Nah, he getting paid, and like I said, I think he'll get paid before training camp starts.
All right, couple more weeks then. Brian Burns signs that extension, according to
Yep,
Dave. Let's see what happens.
that's what I'm thinking.
All right, next up. Is JC healthy? I can't spell healthy or nah. Whoops, sorry. I spelled healthy wrong. My bad. I didn't catch it. Go ahead, Dave. What do you think the status of JC is going to be? Do you think he's going to have a healthy season? Are you concerned long term about JC?
If he can't stay healthy this year, we're gonna have to have a discussion. We're gonna have to have a real. We're gonna have to have a heart to heart. We got to have a heart to heart discussion about this if he can't stay healthy this season. Now, granted, injuries happen. Sometimes are freak injuries. Some things you just can't control from that standpoint. But if my man, if JC can't stay healthy this year, we're gonna have a legitimate discussion. Um, I hope he's ready. I hope he's ready to go. Am I worried if he's not? No. You shouldn't be either. I think you should be concerned if he's not ready week one. I'll keep it a
Yeah, I
buck.
think I think he's gonna be ready to go for training camp. I think he's gonna have a good training camp. I hope he stays healthy. We need a healthy season out of JC this year. Like I don't like. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm following Twitter streets. I'm seeing what's going on. A lot of people out there saying, "Yo, y'all are concerned over nothing. It was just something minor and blah 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 blah. You shouldn't worry about it, bro. He hasn't played a lot. Period. The first 2 seasons. Like we haven't seen everything we want to see out of JC Horn. We need to see it this year because now it's year 3 going into year 4, bro. We can't have another injury prone season because I know some of the stuff was freak accidents. It is what it is, but I don't care what the injury is and how it happens. You're getting injured and you're not available, and the best ability is availability. So if you're not on the field, first round pick, I just hope he can put it together this year. That's all. Because like I said, immense talent when he's on the field. Nobody's questioning the talent. We just hope it's there consistently so we can get these W's. Because who's to say that if he wasn't available or if he was available, excuse me, in the Bucks game, how that would have turned out? Because y'all know what happened. We all saw what happened in that game. Who's to say if JC was available, we not division champs or potentially going to Super Bowl or not Super Bowl, but at least making the playoffs. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We need to get him available, man. He's got to be available. We need to see it.
Bro, I'm with you.
All right, let's keep moving. Dave, who's going to emerge as wide receiver 1? Do we think Terrace Marshall? It's a lot of hype around Terrace Marshall right now. Because listen, we saw what he did when the other coach got up out of here and got under a different coach. His production jumped immediately. And so like we all hype for Terrace. Can he put it together for a full season? Is he gonna take that next step, or is it gonna be DJ Chark? Is DJ Chark gonna be the one taking that step to be wide receiver one because we know he has a lot to prove too. He's another one that is injury prone. He hasn't played a full season yet. So I mean, we know the talent is there for both of these guys. Thielen being 30 plus, 32, whatever he is right now. Is he going to be number one? Who's going to be the number one guy? What you got, Dave?
I think Thielen's going to be the one, man. I really do. I think Thielen's going to be the one. I know you don't hope it. I just think that's who's going to be. So if you're asking me right now who I think is going to be the one, I think it's going to be Thielen.
If Thielen is the number one wide receiver from a yards and target standpoint, I'm going to be highly disappointed.
I know you will be. I'm just trying to prepare y'all. I mean, you would think it'll be Chark, but I think the concern about Chark is his health. And so if you ask me right now who I think is going to be the number one guy from a target perspective, it's going to be him. Because I think it's going to be about dependability. Like you gotta think about what type of offense we're going to run. Like I think everybody, and we do this every single year, guys. We do this every single year. We think that we got to have this big arm quarterback to sling it. And it's great that we have one that's capable of doing so. But I think Frank Wright wants to play phenomenal defense and run the football and leverage Miles Sanders. That's what I think he wants to do. So that tells me that Thielen would be the number one wide receiver if that is the case.
It's a good point.
That's your third down guy. Like that's the guy that he's going to know. That's his blanket. You'll see more Hayden Hurst opportunities and things of that sort. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but that's just what I see. That's just my 2 cents on it. I want to see Mingo get involved too, but I would like I want to see Mingo get involved. You know what I'm saying? Like I just and that being said, I don't think having a number one is based on what they want to do is going to be a thing this year. I know y'all don't want to hear that either.
They keep saying that, but bro, somebody's gonna emerge. Somebody's got to, bro. Like I hear this committee thing sounds good, but I don't think that's gonna be reality. Like you got to have somebody step up because if we just accept that, oh, the committee is gonna be wide receiver by committee, bro. Like that means Bryce Young has to play at an elite level, right? Not just be a manager like you're saying, Dave. He's gonna have to play at an elite level. If somebody has to go out there and make coverages, they're gonna have to make a defensive coordinator adjust. Somebody's gonna have to go out there and allow Bryce Young to go out there and hit these guys on their knees. If you're just saying, all right, we'll just spread the football around, nobody's gonna be dominant, then defensive coordinator is they're gonna eat, they're gonna feast because they're not gonna respect anybody. You gotta have somebody that's gonna be out there making somebody game plan. And right now, I don't see it.
But what if your quarterback just makes the decision and goes to the open guy? Whether it's Terrence Marshall, whether it's Mingo, whether it's Thielen, whether it's Chark.
Because I think somebody's gonna have to make somebody say, all right, we gotta double team this guy, because that's how it works. Somebody's got to get dominant. And once somebody gets dominant, you start making teams adjust. And that's what frees up everybody else to play that, I'm going to hit the open guy. Because if nobody's playing down, I'm not going to respect anybody. That means I'm a man up on everybody. I'm going to lock everybody up mano a mano, and nobody's going to get open because nobody can separate.
I think Marshall's capable of separating. I think Thielen's capable of separating, even at his age.
That's my point. I think
Chark can too.
Are they? Somebody's got to be dominant, bro. Somebody's got to be dominant. Just my opinion. Somebody got to man up in that wide receiver room. I think they're capable of it. I need to see it.
If you ask me now, I think it's gonna be Thielen. If you ask me right now, it's Thielen. I think it's gonna be Thielen. I think Thielen's gonna be the one. Would I like to see Marshall take it over? Absolutely. But I just don't. I think you don't have to draft Mingo if you thought Marshall could. Is the best way to put it. My opinion. Because you already signed Chark. You got Marshall.
It's a 1-year deal, though. It's not a long term. That's not a long term. I think Mingo, if you drafted Mingo, he's more so of a long term play If you think he's a developmental year this year, we got Chark. Kind of see what happens, but we'll see, man. We'll see.
If Thielen's this, that means he's the one. Because we know we're gonna probably run the ball in the early downs. We'll occasionally pass on early downs, but we're most likely going to be running most of the time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of running, a lot of run game,
bro.
Which I'm excited to see too.
Bro, you got to remember, like that whole rookie quarterback thing. You got to have a good run game, and you got to have a good tight end.
But just even in those right offenses, they had somebody that stood out. Like somebody was dictating. You know what I mean? Like you still had Ty. You had guys out there that was balling. Nope. Like you still need that to soften up the defense. Because if you ain't got no wide receivers working, I'm gonna stack the box. I'm gonna man up on your wide receivers, and we just gonna beat you mano defensively. Somebody's got to make somebody dictate, soften up the coverages. Hey, make somebody Chark go run that fly, beat somebody deep every now and then. That way the safeties creep back. They you open up the field. If you're not doing that, then look, this is a great question. My personal opinion is yes.
If they sign Hopkins, he's toast.
Well, Hopkins not even with Hopkins not here. Like, bro, they brought in Damiere Byrd. I think he gonna have to make his money on special teams. If he can't do that, then it's and even with that, right. Damiere Byrd can do that. Like it could be night for Shy. Could be night. But we'll see. All right, let's keep it moving. Other question. What will Bryce Young weigh at training camp, Dave? I put out a video. It's going crazy right now with showing the new look for Bryce Young, adding some muscle, looking lean. I got the new hair, looking real swaggy. And what you think he's going to come in at? Pause. I mean, what do you think he's going to look like, Dave?
Man, are we really going to ask this question? Can he play?
People want to know, Dave.
Bro, but can he play?
Yeah, we know he can play.
That's all I care about. He can weigh 150.
Nah, he can't. You know that. He can't.
I mean, how much did
his weight? His weight matters, Dave. His weight matters, Dave. It does.
So what? How much did he weigh? How much did he weigh at the draft? Remind me how much he weighed at the draft.
We don't know. He weighed in at 205, but that was capped. It's probably legit 195.
Then he's probably going to end up at 205 when he's going to end up at the actual 205, maybe 210. He's going to end up at the weight that he capped prior to the draft. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think 205 is good. I think 205 is a good weight. 205 is a good weight for Bryce. I'm just happy. It's a noticeable difference. You can tell that he's putting on weight. I got the thumbnail of the video. You can see the stark difference between his pro day and now. Like he's still out here working. Like even with it being the break between now and a training camp, he's still putting in work out there in California. I believe that's where he was at. Out there in California, put some work in. The dude is cerebral assassin, man. Bryce is different, man. He's different. I cannot wait to see him in training camp. I'm glad he's QB1 right now. And yeah, can't wait to see him go to work. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, Bryce is adding weight. It's noticeable. So for all those folks that say, "Oh, he's too little," I'm not worried about his height. It's his weight. Don't worry about it. He's getting up there. He's starting to put on weight, and it's gonna be drastic. It's not gonna be drastic. Excuse me. He's gonna put on a little bit of weight here, there. It's gonna take some time for his body to adjust. To being, because there was some good comments in that video too. If you go in, it's like 115 comments on the video. But if you look at it, it was some people making some good points, talking about, hey, when you add weight that quick, the joints got to keep up. Like your body's got to be able to keep up with the added weight. So we don't want this dude just putting on weight just to put on weight. It's got to be safe weight. He's still got to be able to scramble around the pocket, move around, do what he wants to do. He's never been the fastest quarterback, which is why he didn't run the 40. He's never been the fastest guy, but he's been just mobile. With adding that weight, he's still got to be able to move around. So it was great comments in that video. So if you haven't seen the video, go back and watch the Bryce Journey video with him adding weight and getting prepared for training camp. I put that out, I believe, on Saturday. Check that out. So it's a good look, good video. It shows them, there's a picture from the I think the recruiting joint that put this out. They had to take it down because he had on Adidas cleats, and that's not what I think that was against what he was supposed to do. So they had to take the video down. But I got it's all up. Check that video out. It's lit. All right. This could be true. This could be true. It's water weight. Spartanburg could eat this. This could be true.
Bruh.
Could absolutely be true.
That's one thing
I
gotta get my body prepared for Spartanburg again, bro. It's been a while.
It's hot. It's hot, bro. It's hot out there, and it feel like hell out there right now. It's hot as hell outside right now, bro. Down here in the Carolinas, the heat index is like 1 something. It's hot. It's hot out here, bro.
You trying to convince me to move back south? You hilarious.
You should. You should. All right. So that's all I got, Dave. Oops. That was it.
That's it.
That
was all.
Man. That was it.
I will say, I don't miss that heat, bro. I don't like the winters up here, but I don't miss that heat. I got to pick my Evo in that regard.
Real quick, we still have a couple tickets available for PNP Live. That's still getting set up. We're working on a special guest or two to show up to PNP Live. So man, hey, check that out. It's gonna be lit. Let me check to see how many tickets we got left. It's only a few. It's under 10 for sure. So if you're in Charlotte,
last time I checked, it was 4. We had 4 left, right?
Yeah. If you're in Charlotte, August 1st, Tuesday night, it's gonna be around the start of the same time of our pod, our live every Tuesday pod. Get it. It's a free ticket. Come out, hot fly, check us out. We've got 6 tickets available. 6 tickets left. So check them out. This is completely free. Come through.
How hot are the summers up here? Oh yeah, get them tickets though. Let's focus on them tickets first.
My bad.
We gotta get that. So now you good. We gotta get them joints sold out, man. We gotta get them joints sold out. Right, the high today with thunderstorms was like 83. We haven't broke 90 yet, and it's July. We haven't broke 90 yet, but the humidity's starting to make an appearance. But typically mid-July, end of July is when it gets real. It starts to get in the 90s. It doesn't really break 100. If it does break 100, it won't be until August. But nah, it's not that bad. The summers aren't that bad. Newport, they have some pretty good festivals. Like they got the folk festival and the jazz festival going on in August, so should be good. But and by then the weather's still decent, and you're by the water, so you got the wind coming to you, so it's not that bad. But if you're inland, not near the water, so to speak, that humidity is real. But 90s, we haven't broke 90 yet. So, but when the winters come, bro. The winters are different up here. They're just different. And I got to go to Vermont probably within the next couple of weeks. My daughter's got a tour of school up there, so I got to go to Vermont. And hopefully it'll be cooler. So we'll see. Texas. Yeah, I'm gonna make a trip to Texas in a couple of weeks. 108 is wild. 108 is wild.
Yeah, it's hot, bro.
Dog. I'm gonna be out here shirtless at 108. 108?
Shout out to Power Play Jay. Just got a ticket, man. Appreciate that. Hey, 5 more tickets left. Come through. It's a Tuesday night. Come to Hot Fly. Dave and I are gonna be podding live at Hot Fly. It's gonna be lit. Working on special guests or two. Yeah, I know how we roll, man. You never know. You never know who could show up. So PNP Live, check it out. The day before Fan Fest is gonna be lit. A lot of good topics. I'm gonna do a couple different things. Gonna be very gonna be talking, integrating some of the fans. It's gonna be fun. Come check it out.
Fun time. I can't wait, man.
In Charlotte, in the shadows of Bank of America Stadium. It's gonna be lit. Gonna be lit.
Yeah, I'll be down there. I'm flying to Dallas the weekend before, but I'll be able to make it back so I can get down to Spartanburg, which should be a good one. I'm flying down to Spartanburg on Tuesday. And then I'll be at the first 5 training camps. I won't be at FanFest. Unfortunately, I got to get back home. I got appointments, but should be a good one.
So Hollywood Gaming asks what days we're gonna be at training camp, man. One of us gonna be out there at least every day, probably.
The first 5 days I'll be there. So July
I'll be there.
25th.
I'm gonna be out there for the rest of it.
Yeah, I'll be there for the first 5 days. I already got my hotel booked. So let me see here. Let me look at this. I got to pull up the calendar, man. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, so July 26th, 27th, back together on the 29th, 31st, and the 1st.
PNP Friends is also
July 29th, but that's sold out right now.
It is sold out. It is sold out. It's gonna be lit too. Crazy.
Yep.
Shout out to Grandizer saying the Panther Nation podcast at 30K O-meter. Shout out to the O-meter. Definitely used to do O-meter back in the day. Had a rule O-meter and got his ass up out of here too.
Yo, that shit was funny. The ruler-meter was hilarious.
It was funny. But yeah, man, 30K on the way, man. We got to get to 25 first. So hit the subscribe button if you're new here. With that said, Dave, you already shut this thing down. Let's get up out of here. Like, subscribe, notification bell. We're getting out of here. We will holler at y'all next Tuesday. We will do PNP Mania Finals next Tuesday. The finalists were not available to do the show tonight, so we will be doing it next Tuesday. So, yes, PNP Mania will be going down. It will be going down next Tuesday. All right. So, that being said, like, subscribe, notification bell. We're getting up out of here. We out. Again, remember, proud, on the proud, man. Pursue your dreams, radiate positivity, overcome an obstacle, work hard, and love what you do, all right? Remember that. We out. Peace.
Peace, guys.